Hi guys, Monique here. I thought I would just hop back on and show you some of the things that we are doing for homeschool and just some of the things that we've done in the past, what works for us, as well as kind of explain what's happening this year. But before I go on, I wanted to thank 3 subscribers of mine, and if I've mispronounced your name, please forgive me. Rose Lowry, Christina Reed, and Separdi Shalom. So those are just your, obviously, your YouTube handles that probably maybe not your real name, but those are the names that pop up when y'all comment. Just wanted to thank you. On my last video, it did encourage me to keep on keeping on and just keep going. I can't express to you how what your comments meant. And also, someone emailed me, and I don't know if her first name is Irma. So thank you again, Irma. And I don't know if your first name is actually, if you're associated with those 3 names. But just in case you're not, I just wanted to just thank you. Thank you. Thank you. If you recognize this top, this is from my haul, y'all. And I have no business wearing it right now because it's like 80 something, 90 degrees. It's gonna be hot today. So, all right, so let's give you a rundown. So I homeschool an only child. She is currently 9 years old, going into 4th grade. And so, you know, kindergarten, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. So we're going into our 5th year of homeschooling. The caveat here is that since January, I have been helping a friend of mine homeschool her 4 kids, and they're located in New York. Obviously, as you know, I've moved to New York in May, and we finished out the year with her 4 kids, and as well as my own child, Riley. So we are starting back school in 2 weeks, and it's going to be fresh and new and a little bit more scheduled because January through May, as you all know, if you know, I was still in Connecticut, and I didn't get to come down a lot to New York, and I was doing a lot of things online. I would come down weekends here and there, but it was really hard. Plus, we had the pandemic, a lot going on. And they were new to homeschooling. There was a lot of variables here that happened. So we're hoping to start in a couple of weeks new and fresh. So I wanted to show you the things that I've used for Riley in the past that I used for her now, as well as the books that I've ordered off of Amazon now. Just to let you know, I haven't ordered Riley's books yet. But I've ordered all the kids' books, except for one. One's coming today. But I've ordered all their textbooks, and I want to show you the things that I do use that I've learned to really and truly love. So I am, with the kids that I'm helping, as well as my kid, I am helping to facilitate learning, homeschooling, 3rd grader, 4th grader, which is Riley, a 5th grader, 8th grader, and a 11th grader. So they're in different grades. However, I still stuck with for the 3rd, 4th, and 5th grader, stuck with the things that I know that work and that I absolutely love. So I'm going to show you the 3rd grade curriculum, let's say. Okay, so what's going to happen with a 3rd grader is that he's going to have these daily workbooks. Now, I love these. I have spoken about these often. They're just really good at structuring the day. And if you're looking for something that, I'm going to just hold it up a little bit closer, looking for something that your kid can do maybe with their morning basket, or maybe, you know, right after breakfast, or, you know, maybe just to start or jumpstart their homeschool day, this is the perfect thing because it's little bite size, say, let's look this math practice every single day, and I absolutely love it. So the 3rd grader is actually going to be doing this for math. They're going to be doing this for reading comprehension, and they're going to be doing it for geography, and yeah, so they're going to be doing 3. Okay, so 3 daily learning. So what will happen is that he will get up and he'll do his breakfast and all that stuff, and then he will start off the day probably with prayer and then a scripture, and then he's going to go right into his his daily learning. Okay, so there's 3 that he has to do, and then he's going to go right over to his online schooling. And I've talked about that we're doing time for learning, and how important it is, and to do both online and actual book work, and as well as outdoor stuff, co-ops, if that were a thing right now. It's not really a thing right now, but I think there might be some way that I can find something in New York that's a co-op for them to do. But I think it's important to kind of have all the elements together. The danger of just doing online is that they can kind of skip through and not learn anything. So here we go. So we have these 3, and then they'll do their online work, which I will divvy up every day as to what they're doing. And then at the end of their day, they're going to do some more book work. So they're going to do some critical thinking for math. And then he just needs to work on his handwriting. And this I actually may photocopy and have the 3rd, 4th, and 5th grader to work on. And why is because I realized last year when they were working through their handwriting that their handwriting just needed some extra work. For Riley, for all of 3rd grade, we did handwriting every day, didn't we? We did handwriting every single day. You wrote, she's right beside me, handwriting every day, right? Yeah, scripture. When you wrote your scripture, you wrote it. Yeah. So that was a part of her copy work, is that I made her rewrite a scripture every day, or I had a section out of a reading comprehension that I would highlight and she would write every single day. And I have noticed that her handwriting has improved drastically, because this year we want to introduce cursive, right? Got to make sure her printing is good. Okay. So that's the 3rd grade. So I have to say that for 4th grade level, which is my daughter, it's going to look kind of like that. It's going to look closely to that. And I just haven't ordered the books yet, but just imagine them saying 4th grade. So for the 5th grade level, it's going to be the same kind of thing. He's going to be doing some daily stuff. He's got 4 dailies here, actually. So let's see. Again, he's getting up, getting his breakfast, doing a scripture, let's say, and then he's going to be doing math practice daily, reading comprehension, language review, and geography. Okay, so you're looking at this and saying that's a lot of work, and in really fact, it's not. I think it's just this. My bad. That's just 2 questions that he has to do for Monday. So it's really not a lot of work, and I think that he's going to get used to doing this amount. So after he finishes these 4 books on whatever day he's on, then he goes on to online work, whatever that may be. And then he comes back and he's going to be doing critical thinking and math again, just like the 3rd grader, and some writing. So a lot of these were geared towards what I saw that they kind of needed some structure, a little bit more help with. So that's why I chose those books. So again, I love Spectrum and I love Evan Moore a lot. So now to show some other things. You can go back and watch one of my videos talking about what I've done with Riley from kindergarten through to 3rd grade, different things that I've used, different techniques, websites, all that stuff, to kind of gain a better picture of what I've done. But I do think some of these things just deserve an honorable mention. So these I have mentioned several times. So what you didn't see in that thing that you just saw a couple seconds ago were these. I love these. So we've gone through this one, and then we are, because of last, ending how we ended last year, well, not last year, but at the end of grade 3 for her, moving and all sorts of things that were happening, transitions, we only ended up being on lesson 89, and there are 100 lessons, so we got to finish this when school starts back up. But I absolutely recommend this book. It's just phenomenal. So it's another thing that you can look at. So just take a look at that, screenshot that, whatever you have to do. Easy things to get. We use these all the time. Or, whatever. Sometimes these are like 10 cents. You get them super cheap. But I use these for her copywriting. I use these when she needs something to do with math and needs to work out a problem on the side. When she's I ask questions sometimes in this book and then she answers them. Sometimes in the morning, I would ask a question and she'd have to answer it as a part of, just quick writing, and I can just see what her writing is looking like. Also, I'm just a huge proponent for books. I've always been. So if at the end of her day, if we're not doing something, we're not running out the door to go somewhere, I would absolutely have her read, as well as the other kids that I'm helping to homeschool. It's just, I'm proponent. And then sometimes just reading for leisure, right? So we have a lot of these books. I'm just going to just hold up some of these fun little books. I got a lot of them from the Goodwill. Yeah. So, this is from the Dollar Tree. This is just fun. Okay, just fun. I'm just going to show you some of them. And, you know, she just go through and just look at them, and I'd ask her what she learned. And then I'm also a proponent for her. She's actually read through all of these books, and she can literally read through them in like a day and a half. And there's more of them on Amazon, in which I'm going to seek out and get for her because she really enjoys them. And also to just keep her hands busy, her aunt actually gave her this friendship bracelet kit. Sorry, it's falling apart on the inside there. But it's just kept her hands busy for a little bit. And she creates little bracelets, and got her these. Do you remember these? We used to call them gimp bracelets, but they're saying plastic lace. But I got her the book, and then as well as a whole bag from Amazon. They're like $20 of all of these beautiful colors that should keep her hands busy. So if we're having a day where we're not doing anything and it's kind of looking like there's not going to be, we're not going to be doing a whole bunch of things like Girl Scouts, co-op, dance class, gymnastics, all of which she's been involved in, or there's something going on at church, and we're just hanging out, maybe the weather's not the greatest, she can get her hands busy with making bracelets and little crafts, as well as reading. So that's kind of where my mindset is for this year. I love to keep things simple and structured. Books to me, textbooks, workbooks to me, okay, to others it may not work. And I get it. In kindergarten, and you can go back in my other video, I didn't do a whole lot of workbooks at all. I pulled from different resources. I did download and print off a lot of, how should I say this, daily books. There's some things that I did print off offline, but a lot of the times I was not using workbooks. I was really into workbooks like around the second half of grade 1. I swear by them because they're just easy to keep track, and I can look at the work at the end of the day to just make sure that they get what they need. So anyways, if you have any questions, this is where we're at today. I put some plants behind me to act like I'm organized, and then I was looking back at some of the playback and I realized how messy the bed looks. What are you gonna do? Okay. Thank you again to those few ladies that I've mentioned at the beginning of the video. You really did encourage me. And again, thank you for all the new subscribers. I've gotten a couple. Guys. I want to get to 1,000 by the end of this year. I don't know. Okay.